I have been selling this book, Zanazli and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking, which is published by MPH for a while now. It's a really good book if you want to be a filmmaker, whether it's for YouTube, social media, TV, film, cinema, whatever. This is the book to get. I'm going to make it more accessible and more affordable to all of you because I believe that everybody needs to become a filmmaker. The more filmmakers we have in the world, I think this world will be a better place to live in. Now it's available as an electronic book download on my website. I'm going to link it here. It's really cheap, it's really affordable. It's only 5 ringgit if you want to get the ebook version. Okay, 5 ringgit. It doesn't really cost much, right? It's just a little bit of something for me. I mean, it did take a lot of work to write. Each chapter of this book talks about one part of the filmmaking process. And for each chapter as well, I interview a local filmmaker. It's only 5 ringgit. It's only 5 ringgit.
Okay, you're watching and listening to the FAT BIDIN Film Club. Obviously, Zanazli is not here. I'm sure it was Tawan. Who are you?
I'm Alita Azli. I'm Atina Azli.
And as usual, every week we watch a local film, and this week we are watching a local film called
Babah.
Very good. Okay, Zanazli made it.
Okay, you're watching Alright, we watched Babah.
Yes,
We watched Babah
with the kids
with the kids.
that are not here right now.
Tell us what the story is about.
It's about so the story basically follows this father, this Babah, played by what? What's his name?
Chi Razali.
Chi Razali.
Yeah.
He starts off in the film partially deaf, and it's about his relationship with his daughter lah. So halfway through the film he becomes fully deaf, and then the story kind of progresses about how it's just basically a story about a father's relationship with his family, not just his daughter really,
Yeah, not
but
just his daughter, his family.
Yeah, that's the story.
That's the story.
I wish I could. Yeah, but that's it. That's the story.
It's, you know, they get married, get a baby, raise the baby until adulthood. You know, it's just that story.
It's a story.
Yeah. So what do we think about the film?
We think
I don't know.
the film is quite good.
Oh.
No, we
Okay.
don't think so.
Okay.
No lah, faster, properly.
No, wait. Okay. Okay. All right. My man. Okay. All right. My
Do we
man.
think that or not?
Okay. All right. That's what you're gonna do to me.
I'm leaving.
Okay. Okay. All right. Denzel Washington. Training Day. My nigga. Okay. Go on.
Don't want.
You think that it's a good movie?
You don't think so?
I have my thoughts.
Stupid.
I have my thoughts. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, I think it's actually an okay film. It's okay right up to the last 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes of the film actually throw away as soon as mine. Because it was like very long. Like, it was already for me, it was such a good build up, such a good story, so engaging, so I was really invested in it. It was also quite well delivered, well done. And then the last 20 minutes of the film, you're like, oh, got some more, okay lah. So the first time you're like, okay, layan a bit. And then a second thing happens and you're like, wow, really? So it was a bit too long, and a little bit unnecessary towards the end. I know some people feel otherwise. They felt like the front was a bit unnecessary and the back is the one that is like, you know, like, oh, it built up to like something so meaningful and powerful, but I don't feel that way lah.
Okay.
I think the last 20 minutes were too long. Yeah, you could have cut it out. it was great until the last 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes are not bad per se.
Yeah.
It's just unnecessary. Like, didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
Really. Other than that, it's a really heartwarming story. It's would you say it's quite mainstream? I thought it was quite mainstream.
It's very mainstream.
It's very mainstream.
It's very mainstream.
It's a very mainstream, heartwarming story. I like that it was kind of a story of an everyday. It wasn't like there was no like big life event that happened and then everybody had to whatever, nothing like that. It was just really telling the story about how this family in the 90s were just trying to live lah, and how this father was trying to provide for his family as best as he could, in spite of his disability, or and I thought it was just very very heartwarming, very cute, so cute. The whole film is very, very cute. There are a lot of scenes where the father especially is like very extra cute like that. Like, he's arguing with his daughter, right? Then he don't want to listen anymore. He take off his hearing aid. That was very cute. And then when the daughter eventually wants to get married, she's like trying to work up to tell her father, but then she's not really like. The banter is just very. It's so adorable. It's just so adorable. I felt like Christine Suzanne could have been a little bit more present, more involved, because she is very much a supporting character in this film, in that she supports these toothless only. Other than that, she has no personality, no desires, no nothing of her own, which is a bit like a waste of Christine Suzanne. Why would you do that to her? I mean, I know the core of this film is the relationship between the father and the daughter, but some relationship between the mother and the daughter and the couple could have also been established more, like just a little bit more. I feel there was only like one scene where they kind of have like a couple interaction, which is when he brings back the mee goreng, and then there's like one scene where like the mother is kind of talking to the daughter about her period, but that's it. And that Christine Suzanne is a side piece, which was a waste, I felt.
She's a nice side piece.
She shouldn't be a side piece.
I'm joking. I like the film. I like this.
So we like the film lah.
Okay, alright. Okay.
Nyapa.
Okay, alright. That's how you're gonna do me. Okay, alright. I like the film. This is the kind of story that I like when I watch movies. That's what my friends like to laugh at me, right? My normal friends. My lay people friends.
Testosterone film.
My testosterone friends, because I really don't get attracted to like
Maaf.
I don't really get attracted to films that are like Sharktodon, the shark come and attack the dinosaur, Sharknado and that kind of movies, I don't get attracted to it. I don't get attracted to like, explosions like Michael Bay, Transformers and all that. I like action movies, of course, but these are the kind of stories that I really like, stories that are not outstanding. Not that I mean that the story is not outstanding, but it doesn't highlight outstanding things. Like you said the everyday story. It's just a relationship between a father and a daughter, and I love these kind of stories. And I thought this story, it was very good. I think I share the same sentiments as you do. The story could have been way shorter than what it was. It should have ended at a certain point where the daughter gets married. Habis finish, perfect. But then they had to go on and on with a lot of other things. I mean, sure, if you want to extend the film and talk about like almost like the entire life of their entire lives, right? It's okay. But after that the wedding scene, everything that came on was like
too much. Really.
Too much. It became like almost like drama Melayu already.
Like 2 episodes.
Yeah, too dramatic. It's a little bit too dramatic lah. So it could have ended there. Ended there. And the length, if it had ended there, also okay already for feature film. But I think I can see the reason why they did that, because this film was supported by KKM, Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia, right? Our health ministry, Ministry of Health. And so I guess they needed to put all that in
Yeah, but then it's on the script writers to
do it properly.
and make it tighter lah, and
Yes.
also on the director to make it.
So, but I think what really kills in this film, kill meaning good, like, is the acting lah. I think Chi Razali's acting was excellent. His character also was so good. It was really developed well, and I like the fact that he had a hearing problem. Now the hearing problem really had no effect on his work or anything big or significant in the story, but it was just there lah. You know what I mean?
He's very adaptable to it lah.
Yeah, and it's like, again, it's like an everyday story, because everybody has different abilities, and so I like how they incorporated it. And then when they made it part of the story, where when she has arguments with the daughter and the wife, and tak nak dengar lah, takes off the like you said, there was, oh my god, I don't know, I found that so nice. It's cute, right? And then how the daughter gets frustrated whenever the father does that. I like that. Christine Suzanne, yes, I also kind of agree that her character could have been made way more than that lah. But I see her role in that film.
To support.
To support. And look, this is, I don't think it has any like gender inequality in it, where women,
it's just that
like women not just like act like a supporting character, because the daughter is a main character and she's quite an independent woman as well.
No, and even Christine Suzanne's character is not like submissive or not intelligent or not degrading towards women lah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just would have been nice to see more of her, is what I felt.
Yeah, but Christine Suzanne also actually performed really well. I know Christine Suzanne, although I don't, not like friends or anything, but because I was one of the producers of Pilih Kasih, the reality show that she joined many years ago to become an actor, right? And to see how now she's acting like this, it's like, oh, good lah, The daughter, the actor who played the daughter, also acts very well, decent, right? But I noticed that she's only decent when she's acting with Christine Suzanne and Chi Razali. And then when she's acting
she's like
on her own, she's a little bit flat. And then when she interacts with the other characters who are around her age, also totally flat, and it becomes even cringy. When she acts with those other actors who acts as her friends.
Because I think she got no chemistry with there's no chemistry.
Chemistry is one, but I also think that good actors can make other actors shine. Like Chi Razali made her shine. It's like how you hear actors talk about how when they act with great actors, those great actors will help them as well. Like people talk about acting with Jack Nicholson, and Jack Nicholson really puts it in to help his cast members to also shine, so that the whole movie shines, right? So I think it's like that, even like, because the daughter then gets engaged and gets married, right? The person who plays her husband also is I don't think he acts very well. And then when they are
Very
together,
kaku,
and then when they are together,
it's also
it becomes cringy as well. But when Chi Razali comes in, Christine Suzanne comes into the scenes, it elevates the quality of the performance and acting so much. I did not know that Chi Razali can actually act this well. Look, I know him as a TV host. I know him as a musician. He's the drummer of OAG. That's why there's this one scene where he's bringing, and this is a scene that I really identify and made me feel so nice. Is when he brought the daughter to the music shop.
Crying already.
No, I'm not crying.
And then?
And then they start talking about
continue
music. And then it's, of course there's the OAG song in the background lah, because he's OAG, right? Although he's not the original drummer. But and then he and the daughter start talking about music. It's like, this is what I try to do with our kids. I share the kind of musical taste that I have, and see how it shapes their musical taste. And it's it's something that I identify lah. Kan? Yeah. Pops's Education Center.
Don't expose her.
Oh no, okay. But yeah, you know, because that's something that I share with my kids. Music, right? And so that was nice, right? Did you know that the actors playing the daughter and the husband, they are actually married in real life?
No.
They are actually married in real life.
Oh,
I found
still
out.
so kaku.
I think so lah.
Nice.
Look, I because I was scrolling through Instagram and I wandered into her Instagram page, and then I saw that they are actually married.
Are you sure it wasn't like a still from the film or whatever?
No, they actually talk about it also.
Oh.
You know, and like he's a
Nice.
model and all that, and then they do
But
like
he's a model.
they've been in like ad campaigns and things like that lah.
Okay,
So
lah.
I think
He's a
lah. I
model,
think,
then I can kind of understand.
if I'm wrong, please correct me. I mean, I don't want to be malicious in saying this. I'm not. It's not being malicious. I think
We're
it's
just
great.
curious.
You know, yeah.
But also,
But yeah, I
so,
think
will you tell people to watch it?
I also look.
It is number 2
It's
on
very
the
heartwarming.
box office charts right now.
Yeah. I would tell people. Okay, should people watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I think
watch
people
it.
should go and watch it.
You should watch it.
Yeah.
Yes.
The second half, although we feel it's unnecessary, if
It's
you
okay
really
lah.
want to put yourself into it, can layan lah.
Can layan.
Can layan lah.
Can layan, but
Yeah,
didn't
but a
need,
bit too much,
didn't
ah.
need also.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying.
It would have been so much better if you just ended.
Yes. It
halfway
would just
through.
been it would have been a bit tighter. But again I say this is our opinion, but there are people who feel like the first part is unnecessary and the last part is the one that's
Who?
important. I think it was Fadli.
Oh.
Maybe. But so you
But-
go and watch it.
Yeah.
And then you decide lah and tell us.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of valid too, because
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
want to make it like dramatic about the second half, can actually
Can also,
it
yeah,
can be a
yeah.
standalone story, you know. Yeah.
But we just prefer the
Yeah.
front build up rather than
I like the front part because it's like.
yeah, relatable.
And then it talks about how, like, as a father, you work hard to provide the best for your family, and then as parents and as husband and wife, how you are in it together. It's nice, you know.
Yeah, for me it was the bit where like she shows an interest in playing piano as a child, and then in her teen years she doesn't want to play piano anymore, right? But her father is like, you need to like learn to follow through. You
yeah.
need to like whatever, and I could relate to that kind of as a parent, and I can sort of understand why he was so insistent that she like see it through lah. But then also as a parent myself, I kind of understand that children's interests
Change.
evolve,
Yeah.
right? And you have to they should give their best when they're doing it, is what I feel. So if you are learning it now, you need to give it your best, you know. Don't just go and like slack off and whatever. But if you are not interested in it anymore, lepas lah, let it go. And then if you choose to pick up something else, then you have to give that your best also.
Yes, until you find the thing that really is gonna.
Yeah, that
push
you
yeah.
are like super dedicated to.
Yeah.
So I'm okay when my children want to like change fields or change interests.
But
They
you
want
must
to drop things
you
or
must
whatever.
see that it is valid lah. You know.
Correct, but I also
Yeah.
see his point, because you know, what if your child is like flaky and it's like, oh, never lah, don't want to do,
Yeah.
difficult already, I just don't do anymore.
So what's
So-
important in that situation is that you discuss lah. Parent
Yeah.
and child discuss, and then you can understand it better,
Yeah,
right?
so that
Understand
scene,
the situation better.
that was kind of the scene that really got me, you know, the fact that
Sure.
like he wasn't really listening to her, and then she rebelled, and then there
Sure.
was like this whole fight, and I was like, I get it, but also
But
I get it.
but in this film, they come out better.
Yes, they do come out better, and it's not a be all end all, you know, this like conflict between the
Yes.
parent and the child. And towards the end also, she's filled with like all this guilt, okay, about that fight. And then she like keeps apologizing to her father about being like a bad daughter, you know. And then, oh no, am I gonna start crying now?
And then
Shit.
yeah, and then the father says, "Look, I
And
was
he
not."
always says, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. And then I was like, oh shit, I really felt that also. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god. And then I felt that on two levels. I felt that as a parent because my children are now horrible. And I also felt that as a child because I
Yes.
constantly feel
Yeah.
horrible.
Because
So,
I see
oh my
that.
god.
I see that in my parents, you know. No matter what you do as a child, like me lah, whatever I do as their child, at the end of the day, they are still there. They're still there for me. They will forgive me for anything that I do.
Yeah.
And in this movie, it was like that. And the father in this movie admittedly said, "Look, I also made mistakes with you. You know."
Right. And it was just, oh my god, feeling gila.
But the thing is, your family, you make mistakes, you grow with it.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the most valuable lessons you can learn from
It was,
So it's an important film lah.
It was very fire feeling.
I think this is an important
so much
film.
feelings.
Yeah. It's great. Okay,
So
go
watch
watch
the
it.
film.
Let
Watch
us
the
know
film.
what you think. Okay, let us
Do you
know
like
what
the front part or the last part or all of it? Let us know.
Yeah. So like this video. Oh no, wait.
Yeah.
Like this video, don't like this video, subscribe to us, follow us on all our social media platforms at FAT BIDIN, or go to fatbidin.com to get everything you've been watching and listening to the FAT BIDIN Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I am Shawib Mustafa.